Before we get started, I'm going to take 5 seconds of your day to say we have streams on Twitch and YouTube. We have a Discord, link is in the description below, and please drop a like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. So let's go ahead and move into the Evasion GG tournament that you took part in recently. We really want to get to talk about that. I'm actually going to let Sidu go ahead and ask you the questions on this one. But yeah, we're really interested here. So
for sure. Hey, Bells. I was watching a lot of your Evasion GG tourney. You know, I saw all the highlights. I saw you slaughtering like the innocent Breezy. I saw the all the good stuff. It was a great time. About. I was a huge fan of the stream. And
Thank you.
I really have to ask, like, did you have any strategies like coming into this tournament? And like, had you and Breezy like been building some chemistry like for a while?
Yeah. So Breezy was he's the second ever streamer I played with. When I first met him, he happened to like see my tweets on Twitter or something. He came into my chat and said what's up, and he like missed one of my community nights. And so my friend and I offered to play with him the next day, and it just kind of like ended up being one of those things where we both really liked playing with this guy. Like our play styles meshed. He had the same like sense of humor that we do, you know, that kind of thing. So we just kept inviting him back to play, and then we just like it evolved to giving him perms in our Discord. We would hang out before stream in Discord, just talking and doing whatever, like just like actually becoming friends. And now he's honestly like my best friend on Twitch. We text a lot. We legitimately are like really good friends. And I think that's part of the reason why we do so well. This Evasion was our 7th tournament together, like our 7th event. We've done 8 total now because we did another one on the Sunday, but like we have done a lot of these things and we both enjoy them. And we know now how to run them, if that makes like the time limit, what you want to waste your time on, what you want to go for, what's worth it. And every tournament is different with scoring, but there's always like some sort of like just intuition of should we go push that fight or should we just dip? And our first tournament, like we won our group round, but then we got last in the finals and we did very bad. And we learned a lot from that experience of like, holy shit, we actually need to not just like play this like a pub like this. We need to focus. We need to do like min-max kind of, you know, make smart decisions. And then ever since, I think we're like 6 for 8, 5 for 8 on competitions together. So it's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
I didn't even realize y'all had done that many together. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What a come up.
Yeah. I've known him for 6 or 7 months now, so.
That's awesome.
We have good teamwork, I'd like to think, even though we shoot each other sometimes.
I would say so. I mean, y'all were absolutely killing it this last tournament and the GG.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, we will link, if you're watching us on YouTube, we're going to have links to HayBailsZ. Go support her in the description. We'll also link to Breezy as well. Go check him out. That is the tandem right here. And then Sidu, I know you had some more questions you want to ask, man.
Yeah, for sure. So was Beauty and the Breeze going for gold at the start, or did the realization come gradually?
We lucked out in that we didn't get any of like the crazy labs main guys in our group. I know like my friends Blazed and Trey 24K, they also are in the tournament and they're on the other side of the bracket than us. And when they got picked like on the other side of the bracket, I was like, oh, okay. Like just because I'm friends with them, I'm in their streams a lot, I see them play. And if we had like their PvP skills are insane. Not that like our group wasn't, but like you see those names and like even the announcers are like, oh my God, that's a stacked group, right? Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I was
super group.
Yeah. I mean, I was still nervous because everybody that's in this tournament is crazy good at the game. But we kind of I feel like we have this idea in these tournaments where it's like slow and steady wins the race. You know, we'll get maybe 1 or 2 big pop-off rounds, but we're not pushing for that every round. We can consistently get a couple kills and extract witches points. And then in this last one, we had these task items we had to get. If we could get those, get a couple kills and get out, like we were happy. We weren't trying to overextend our welcome, you know, on each map. So, Breezy was trying to, you know, help me. He's better at being confident about winning than I am, you know. So he was trying to tell me going in, like, we got this, it's okay, we can do this, we can win this. And it worked out.
That's lit.
It's building up the confidence. Nice.
For
Yeah.
real. Yeah. Your own hype, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
pretty much.
He was spitting facts though, I guess, right? Yeah, y'all came out there and did it.
I mean, it
Truly.
worked. It worked.
Yeah.
Daggone.
Right.
We also noticed that y'all are running a lot of guns like HKs, M1As, and Vectors. Which loadouts were like really working for you? Like, what was like the real like seemed to be the meta in like, most of these engagement? And like, what was your biggest obstacle?
Ooh.
2 loaded questions right there.
Loaded question.
So for me, Breezy really likes the M1A and the RSAS. He has been playing like computer games for longer than I have. He played a lot of CS:GO.
That helps.
So his trigger finger is
gamers.
a lot. Yeah, his trigger finger for those semi-auto guns is a lot better than mine. He's gotten accused of using like macros multiple times for shooting the semi-auto guns just because he is so fast at it. I really like the M4s, especially HKs everybody will say is better, but I just have an easier time controlling M4s. And the ergo on them is so nice that those are the M4 is my go-to. M1A on like woods, and interchange maybe,
sure.
but because M61 is really the best bullet in the game.
Oh yeah.
So
No doubt about that.
yeah, but like in dorms and stuff, I'm not quick enough at shooting those semi-auto guns. I need the Kector, you know. I need an M4 or something. I try not to use vectors too much when I'm not like in a competition, just because people give me so much crap. Like
I
the
get
whole, you know, you're using the overpowered stuff. So, but like everybody uses M4s and HKs, so I'll use those. Breezy got me hooked on the VSS, so now we both use a VSS a lot, like as a backup if we start to run out of kits, kind of a thing.
That is a good one.
Yeah, and then we were also running slicks the whole time and exfils or Altons. Just because like you want to give yourself that chance, you know, to take a shot if you can.
So you, for the Alton thing, are you running that because of price at that point, or for me, I don't know what it is. I have the worst luck anytime I wear anything that covers my ears. I just feel like I will have like cotton in my ears, and people just run up and touch me on the shoulders, and I just die. And so if I wear headphones, I just feel like I can keep myself alive. Like, how do you combat that, I guess, when you're keeping on the Altons and stuff?
Yeah. So, max perception is a very nice thing. The skill perception, when you get it maxed, you can hear through Altons fairly decently.
Really? Okay.
But I didn't get max perception until like just this, like, I hadn't had it in a tournament until this weekend, this past weekend. And so what we've noticed in duo tournaments is Breezy, he hates Altons. He likes to be able to hear. He likes to be able to turn his head quickly. I use the Reese T's, so like you don't have that turn
like the
speed.
Rice, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that slowdown, but I still don't have ears. So what we have found works really well is like Breezy wears ears, and he is the one who's like stopping and listening, you know?
I like that.
And if he makes a call out, I 100% trust it. Whereas if I make a call out, like I hear something, he'll be like, "You're tripping, let's keep going." You know, like, because you never really know. Like, it's the biggest, like, difficulty for me wearing those helmets is, like, a faraway gunshot sounds like a footstep that's close.
Yes.
That's, I would call that out all the time, and he'd be like, no, that's a gunshot over by power, we're good. You know, so if one of us has ears, mostly him, and the other one, like me, if I can wear an Alton or something to, you know, be more forgiving, be able to tank a headshot if I can, you know, make a mistake, get shot by a scav and live, that kind of a thing. I prefer to do that where he'll just be the ears. So it's kind of, but then like if he dies, I'm just like, okay, I gotta get out, you know?
Yeah.
I can't hear anything.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. That's a really good way to do it, like duoing like that and having one person be, because I guess you don't really need 2 sets of ears if you're in the same vicinity. So that's a smart way to do it. And then I guess, does he let you like peek the corners a little bit more or something because you got the Alton and things like that?
I'll try sometimes, but Breezy is like the fastest gamer in Tarkov I've ever played
with.
Those
CSGO
like,
people, man, they just hold W, huh?
You literally ask anybody he's played with. Like, I like to think I'm fast. Like, I'm always holding Shift W. I run. I'm like, one of my biggest weaknesses is that I don't stop to listen and like check every nook and cranny of a place, you know? But Breezy always beats me places, man. I don't get it. Ask anybody he plays with. He's so fast. So even if I, like, you know, I was probably smart that I checked the corner first so I could tank a headshot from Rashala or something. He's just there
He's just
before
going
me,
for
so
what? He's popping those.
he's just there.
He's popping those SJ6s without telling you what's
Yep.
going on. Yeah, he's like,
He
no, it's
might
my
be onto
endurance.
something.
That's what I'm telling you. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. That was a really interesting conversation. The guys. So you guys hear, max perception. Good thing to know about. And
Yeah, for
what
real.
duo playstyle right there. That's really cool to hear about.
Mhm.
Sudo, I think you got another question as well relating to Evasion
Yeah,
GG. Then we can move to the next one.
definitely.
Yeah.
This is a pretty important one. Like, what would you tell someone who had never competed in Tarkov if they were looking to get into competing and entering, tournaments?
Uh,
I want to add on to that too. And how did you? You said you've been competing in 7 tournaments or whatever in the past,
Mhm.
and you've only been streaming for 6 months. How did that get started yourself?
Sure.
well, so we got started. I don't know if you know who Philbo is. He is a UK
I've heard.
emissary.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
He put on a tournament called The Hunt that was duos. And Breezy and I applied for that and we got in. And like we were shocked because I'd only been streaming for 3 months at the time, I was not very confident in my Tarkov gameplay. But we just did it and we were like, this is an awesome opportunity if we get in, you know? But in our group, we had to play Sheaf's team and HayBailsZ's team, who are both on the
Yeah.
Evasion competitive team, So I was a little freaked out. Breezy and I, we kind of went into it with this like whole, just do your best, try not to get last. It's a good experience. But we actually ended up winning that. And I
Really?
think, yeah, back to like the whole, what would I tell somebody that's new? The biggest thing we did was prep. We had all our guns ready. We had rigs with meds and mags in them. We had like ammo stocked mags. We had nades. We had helmets. We had everything. So we were only out of raid for like 30 seconds before we were back in queue, ready to go again. And so we got more raids in than anybody else, and that ended up helping us win. So in no matter what tournament, like I've done so far, at least, they're always timed. It's not like a first to get to this points kind of a thing. They're always timed. So no matter what you're doing, like that's going to be helpful. The more raids you can get in, the more you minimize your out of raid time, the more that's going to help. And it's definitely like we're noticing now as like more tournaments are getting popular and things like that, everybody's starting to do it. So I would definitely say prep, know what guns you're going to run ahead of time. And like if it's not just one map, plan the order of maps you're playing in or what maps you're playing. So you don't have to get out of raid and be like, well, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Or if it's solos, like sitting there thinking, well, maybe customs isn't working right now. Should I go interchange or maybe shoreline? Like just have a game plan kind of a thing.
For sure.
That would be my advice.
That's really good advice, guys. That's really good advice. That's
I mean,
crazy.
y'all heard it here.
Appreciate the follow there. Sorry, Breezy. Thank you for getting the boarding pass. We were actually just talking about you.
Hi, Breezy Wheezy.
Here, let me fix that alert box being underneath that. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, those are huge tips. I mean, honestly, y'all heard it here first. Y'all trying to get into some tournaments, y'all got to get that prep work. You got to draw the victory before
Thank you for the
get
follows.
it.
Apologies, the alert box is not in the right place. Okay, back to it. But yes, very good advice. So yeah, like in Tarkov, just getting into that raid, that's almost like you can get caught just streaming doing that, like just sitting in your menus too long and stuff like that so easily in Tarkov. You there's so many items to understand that you can just get really flustered so easily. Like you said, coming in with the game plan, that's so smart. And you guys literally were able to go out and win with that game plan in mind. That just really proves like the power of coming in with the plan, getting prepared, and not just going out there and winging it. That's really good advice.
Yeah, I'm definitely a person in every aspect of my life. Like when I'm packing for a trip, I'm writing down a list that I can check off. Like I like to be 100% like thought of everything through ahead of time kind of a person. So we kind of just started doing that with the first one. I don't remember whose idea it was or if we both were just like on the same page, but we've done it ever since and it's definitely helpful because you don't want to be messing with the flea market and going through the traders. Like you just don't want to have to deal with that.
That just seems like giving yourself that foundation, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Real good to be thorough.
No, I definitely hear that. But I guess that is some really good advice from HayBailsZ herself, the Evasion GG champ out here, coming to let us know. Wow, some really cool stuff. I think you guys should be able to go to her channels and check out that Evasion GG's tournament that they had going on.